Hi, everybody. Welcome back to today's scholarship. Today's scholarship is also given by DAAD, which is known as Daad for short. If you've been following us for some time, you've realized that Daad has been doing the most when it comes to scholarship this season, and we should give them some huge heads up. So today's Daad scholarship is known as the Munich Intellectual Property Law Center, which is known as MIPLC scholarship for short. I need to take my time to mention that because I sort of fumbled a lot. So I'm going to call it MIPLC if that's all right. So it's part of that scholarship program, which is looking at providing development related postgraduate courses. Now, what is the scholarship offering? It's offering a full MIPLC fee waiver, a monthly stipend of about €850, payment towards health, accident, and liability insurance coverage in Germany, a travel insurance, an allowance, unless these costs are covered by the home country or another funding source, a study and research allowance, and a mandatory 2-month German course before the start of MIPLC LL.M program. August and September in Munich or another German city. Now it says that since Daad scholarship involves a full fee waiver, you must apply simultaneously for the MIPLC financial assistance. So we're going to go through that in a bit. Now, what is the eligibility? If you're watching this, are you eligible? Maybe you're just wondering whether you are. It's asking that you refer to this brochure for development related postgraduate courses. Now, it contains a list of courses. It's about 176 pages. If you're not sure whether your course is part of it or not, you can download it and check it up. But we are going to go right into it, to the courses that is being covered by the MIPLC. Now, it's saying that first and foremost, you must be from a developing country. That means that you need to be stated according to the OECD dark list. We're going to go right into that, and have not lived outside your home country for more than the past 2 years. Now, you should also hold a 4-year bachelor's degree. You shouldn't have received your last degree not more than 6 years before the application. And so that means that you should have finished university not after 6 years but within 6 years. Now you should have, and this is key, 2 years of full-time professional experience gained in the public authority or state or private company in a developing country. To meet this requirement, it is sufficient that you have completed 2 years by February of this year in which you are intending to start your study at MIPLC. Scientific university staff and academics are not the core target of this program unless you'll be considered on exceptional basis. Now, I hope that is clear. Now, I'm sure you've pretty figured out whether you are eligible or not. But if you're not, also I'll say that give it a shot. Who knows? I mean, if it's your free time and you feel like giving a scholarship a go and you want to try out, just try out. You might never know. Now, the special deadlines for this is between 1st June and October 15th. For the following academic year of study. Now we're going to go into the application instructions, the Daad list of countries, whether you're part of it and whatnot. So let's go right into it. To check the courses which you are eligible for, right on this page, you click on the brochure for development related postgraduate courses. It's going to bring up a file that you need to download, so you download it. Now open it. Now, like you said, sorry, I said 176 pages. It's actually 146 pages of development related postgraduate courses. Now you scroll down to, I think, the 126 page, which is the MIPLC. I'm going to scroll down here, which is the Masters of Law in Intellectual Property and Competition Law. Now, this is a joint program which is run by the Max Planck Institute for Innovation and Competition, the University of Augsburg, the Technical University of Munich, and the George Washington University of Law School, Washington, D.C. Now, this is looking at providing people with educational, professional, and a national background with a rigorous, intensive study and practical experience and relevant extracurricular to deal with intellectual property. Now, if you're a student or you've had a previous degree in law, have professional experience in law, natural sciences, engineering, students of other disciplines with a keen interest in IP and competition law, you're welcome to undertake this course. So we'll go right into the details of what the requirements are and what degree will be awarded is an LLM, which is a Masters of Law. Now, like I would say, I'll talk briefly on it that this is in collaboration with Daad as well. So it's sort of like a a joint partnership sort of thing. To check the country which is eligible, you click on the OECD dark list, click here, download the options. Now, tada, it pops up. And really, to be honest, having to review a couple of Daad scholarship, I think that the countries are almost the same because the DAC list of countries are basically the same. So if you look through this and your country is there, voila, carry on and go forward with your application. How do you apply? So if you want to apply, right on the screen, you click on application instructions. I'm saying that there are a couple of instructions we need to know. Now it's a file, so you will need to download. I'll start right away to download it and open it. Now you realize that it's an 18-page instruction, and trust me, it's got everything that you so want to know. So I will ask that you read thoroughly and get to know what you're gonna apply for. Now there are subsections. This is my part to applying. Can I pay fees? When can I apply? How do I apply? How do I make sure my application is complete? Where do I learn whether I have been accepted? How to prepare for my year in Munich. Now this is a whole manual that's very important, and I think that everybody should go through it, but I'm still going to go through it with you so that if you still don't understand certain things, we obviously go through them one after the other. I'll go through the requirements one after the other to see which one is salient that we can go through it so that we can understand for ourselves. Now we're saying that to start an MIPLC, you should have attained at least 240 ECTS credit, which is equivalent to 4-year bachelor's degree. Now, what is the ECTS? If you're confused, is the European Credit System, which is ECTS. A 1-year full academic year is 60 ECTS. A 3-year bachelor's program is 180 ECTS. A 4-year bachelor's is 240 ECTS. If you've done a 1 or 2-year master's program, it's either a 90 or 120 ECTS. So which university did you go to? Did you do a 3-year bachelor's? Did you do a 4-year bachelor's? If you do, now all these things I've explained will show you which particular sort of ECTS that you have. Now it's saying that at MIPLC you would earn 60 ETCS credit more, topping up to a 300 ECTS, which will make it a minimum requirement for a master's degree. Now it's saying that if you have fewer than 240 ECTS, which is the 4-year bachelor's program, because you did a 3-year bachelor's degree, you'll be recognized with an additional credit through a professional experience. So if you've got vast professional experience in the field you're applying for, it will earn you extra credit to be considered for the scholarship. Now, a professional experience, what is asking that our LLM program is a non-consecutive program of further study under the German law. It's for applicants who have got a minimum professional experience gained after the completion of a first-year university or college degree. So all MIPLC applicants are therefore required to have at least one full-time professional experience. Now you will need an English test score, which is TOEFL 85 or 223 or 563, depending on which one you're writing, and IELTS of band score 6.5 or Cambridge C1 of 185. So please do note that as well. One of the things you need to note is that this scholarship is actually a partnership sort of thing between Daad and MIPLC. So there's going to be separate sort of applications that you would have to submit all of them both. So the program cost here is sort of giving you the visibility of what is into the program in terms of the total cost of the program, what's allocated for tuition and all of that. And it states here that this fee does not include your housing and living and travel expenses, because this is the manual for the MIPLC. Now Daad will be able to provide other support in terms of that. So when you're reading this, do not panic, because it states here that people that are enrolled are given partial fee waivers. So there's really no tuition fee waivers unless for recipients who have the DAAD scholarship for development related courses. That will be able to buttress to make all of them like sort of a full funding package. So do not panic. Like here they've spoken about the people who receive Daad scholarship as part of the MIPLC will receive all this scholarship package. So like we went through the eligibility criterion and the application deadlines. One of the things you need to note is that if you're applying for the Daad scholarship for development related postgraduate courses together with the MPLC, this is the application period time that it's open between 1st of June and October 15th. So you will need to submit all of them together. Like they've stated that applications that are both complete are those that will be reviewed because they receive a lot of application. Now they have acknowledged also that because of the public health crisis that is caused by the coronavirus, if you are not able to gather all your required document before the deadline of the submission, please provide what you have, then add a separate list that is stating all the missing documents that you've not been able to gather, and give a date of estimation by which they will receive them. To apply, and says you need to complete the application form. Please use this online application system available. Now I like Daad scholarships for one reason. They make all their manuals quite easier for you by adding the hyperlink so that you don't go navigating and getting confused where you not need to go. So always, if you see this in blue underline is an hyperlink that will lead you straight away. Now it will pull up some bio data which you need to fill. So carry on and fill the bio data. If you finish filling out the bio data, it will lead you to this page where it's asking for the letters of recommendation, the languages, your English test. Now it's asking that you list the names of the people who are submitting your requested letters of recommendation. So I'm asking that at this point you should have already spoken to your people who will be sending your recommendation out. Advise that you use one professional, since it's looking at mostly the professional background, where they can even provide your boss or any HR can provide that letter for you, which will make the application sort of valuable in line with their course. I hope you get what I mean. And probably one academic certificate letter as well. Now you'll be required to put in your native language. My native language in Ghana is English, so I've put it there. But if you can speak other languages like French, Spanish, do put it there at the other languages. Now for the English test, it's asking for certain details, and the details that really do apply is my native language is English, or I have taken one of the English tests, which is the English test I said earlier on, or I am now going to take one of the English tests. Now remember that this scholarship has stated that you shouldn't have studied in a developing country or stayed there for more than a year. So I'll advise that it's not right to choose one of these options. It's just a hint and a heads up from my point of view. Now remember that anything I'm giving here, I'm not a Daad representative, so I'm just giving it based on my application and stuff that I've had to do based on my application, just to offer this sort of advice. If you click on I have taken one of these English tests, it will require you to name the particular test that you've taken, the month and year which you took it, and your score. If you say that you are now going to take one of these tests, it will ask you which of the tests are you going to take and which month or year do you hope to get the results. So this is very, very visible as much as possible. This part is asking whether you're bringing dependents. If you are, please put yes, then click on the number. The light visibility is not going to affect your application, so please be visible as much as possible, because some Daad scholarship do take care of dependents, but I am not, so I'm clicking no. It's asking if you've been subjected to any disciplinary action in your school. I'm clicking no. Now, how did you first learn about MIPLC? I will choose a scholarship organization. If you're watching the video, I'll urge you that you choose a scholarship organization and put Dear Young Graduate, which is my scholarship organization. Thank you. Like I explained earlier on, this MIPLC is in collaboration with Daad. So here, which is the source of funding, is asking if you have sufficient funding to cover your tuition and fees, if you like to apply for a tuition waiver, or you would like to apply for the Daad scholarship development related postgraduate courses. And I'll click on that because that's what I want to be able to provide me with my scholarship, my tuition. And it comes back to asking whether I'm single or married. I am single. I'll plan on coming alone. It's quite easy, isn't it? It's just like a multiple choice. So do go through and click the options that you can click. And if you have any question, do drop it in the comment section. Note that on this part, it's asking if your future employer or your employer would like to cover the tuition. I advise that because you apply for the Daad postgraduate, the tuition will be covered. Now is asking for your current income. Please provide information concerning current annual pre-tax income derived from various sources. Please declare your income if it is possible, and you have a statement of accounts to add to it during the application. Please do add it just to buttress your point. You would also be asked for your spouse's employment or education. That is, if you do have it. If I don't, I'm going to put non-applicable. If I have liabilities and you would want to declare. Now remember that it's saying that this scholarship is for people who have professional experience, so they're expecting that you have all these assets declared. One thing to note on the previous declaration of your assets and your liabilities, if you put non-applicable, which is NA, it wouldn't move forward because the platform has been made to recognize only figures. So if you have a section that you do not have, just put in the number 0. Just put in 0 and it will allow you into the next stage. Now this is the next stage, which is saying that you're almost done. Please do the check and then submit your data to MIPLC. And that's it. I have reviewed my application and I've confirmed that all my information provided is true and correct. I click here, then I click on submit. If you finally hit on the submit button, it brings you here that all your data has been sent to MIPLC. Now we can proceed with adding your supporting documents. Therefore, your next steps are use these links to below to generate your application as a PDF. Now post all your applications as a PDF or documents as a PDF. Now your documents need to be hand signed by you, so if it will mean that signing it and scanning it back in a colored copy so that it looks original as well, you can attach that. Now it says that add all required documents and use the checklist to make sure that your application is complete. So we'll click on the checklist here, download it, and it pops up and it looks something like this here. Now if you're doing for just MIPLC admission, these are the things you need: MIPLC fee waiver. Now for the Daad scholarship, which is for the purpose of this video, you need all of this: a signed application form for admission, signed CV, signed letter of motivation, recommendation letter 1, recommendation letter 2, transcripts, grading scales, which is behind your transcript usually, ranking information, school leaving certificate, which is your academic certificate, grade conversion sheets usually is behind your transcript, English test, a photo, application fee, so it requires a proof of payment, signed financial assistance, signed statement of economic situation, supporting documents, and signed that application form. It's quite easier. If you have all your documents, you bring it back on here. It says that now submit all your application by uploading all this document to our file sharing platform, which is known as CryptShare. So you click on this, it brings you here and it gives you the stages. Now it says that click on provide, as in here. If you click on provide, enter your contact details. It will ask you use this email address as the recipient, so you use this email address. Then you upload all your document, generate a new password and copy this password. If you want to send us a message, enter your text in the field recipient notification, start the transfer. Please send the password via email to this, and the system will send you two confirmation, one for the successful upload and transfer, and a second one after we have downloaded your document. So if you've not received that your document has been downloaded, time is going, you can just drop them a question, or feel free to contact them. What I would do, to be honest, is when I've finished sending it, like about a week, I'm going to send them an email saying I've done my application, please have you received it, I would like a confirmation of receipt, and they will send it to you. Now this is the application form that you will need to fill and hand sign it. So it pops up and it's something like this, which is what I have required, and I have done already, the details I filled in. So I will print this out and sign it right on here and scan it back to them, or you can use an electronic signature to sign it as well, if that's what you are comfortable with doing. Now also the scholarship form is this as well. This is the things that I filled in. I would sign it here and attach it, and also upload all of them in the CryptShare. I hope this was helpful. This video was helpful. Please do apply if you fit in. If you're having any problems, please do share in the chat box session, and I'll be sure to come back to answer you anytime. And please, if you have any suggestion, you have applied for this scholarship before and you have any suggestions on upcoming ones, please do drop them in the chat box section to help this family grow and help each other to be able to apply for this scholarship. I hope this was helpful, and same time another scholarship is au revoir.